Hello,
Hello,
I'm Anna,
and I'm Joko.
and this is our unnamed fanfiction podcast.
Now, this won't be an official episode per se. It's going to be an episode, but it's not going to be like with an actual
As we
topic.
traditionally do it, it's going to be a bit different. Mostly because I've been so busy I haven't had time to do a lot of planning for the podcast. So this episode will mostly be just updates and what we have planned for the future, because after I've graduated, I'll have a lot of free time on my hands because stuff is difficult and I don't have a job yet. So I'll have a lot of time. I'll have a lot of time to focus on the podcast. So we have a lot of exciting stuff planned for the future.
Yeah.
And I hope people listening will want to listen to it. Should we ask them the questions that we were going to poll? Like, we can still poll them later, but like...
Yeah, let's just ask the questions.
Yeah. You, person who's listening right now, we have a question. We have several questions about what you want from us. First of all, I'll just say this. If you have stuff, like topics you want us to talk about, mention them.
Comment them.
Yeah.
On either SoundCloud or YouTube.
Or any other social media. Because sometimes we don't know what to talk about, so we welcome suggestions and recommendations. But something we were wondering is that we think it would be really fun to do like a drinking episode.
Yeah, where we're tipsy or not on the way to drunk, because that I don't think that would be a fun episode. But at least an episode where we've been drinking.
Yeah.
Because we can get a lot more out of that, I think.
Yeah, I feel like it would be funny, and then when we look back, we're like, what? This isn't coherent. But like, we want to give it a try. So if you want that, tell us.
Yeah.
Because we are more than happy to do it. Another question is, do you want us to talk about deliberately bad content?
Or not deliberately bad, but bad content.
Or us to deliberately, like, we search out bad fics.
Yeah.
Not like they made it bad, so we're gonna
So
read.
not stuff like My Immortal.
No.
That was made to be bad.
Yeah. Like, stuff that people in the fandom, like fics works that people consider bad, and we review those and tell you all what we think about it.
So if you want that, just comment.
Yeah. And if you don't, well, we might still do it if you want to.
What we have planned for the future is a lot of interesting topics, I believe. Like an alternate universe episode where we talk about alternate universes. We've tried to get in contact with people like the subreddit, fanfiction subreddit, but we've not really gotten what we've looked for.
Yeah. When I think AU, I think like, high school AU, college, barista, something like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you ask for an AU, they just comment just fanfiction, like something that differs from canon, which is literally just normal fanfiction.
Yeah.
And
I don't get it.
Does AU have, like, do we just not understand it correctly?
Like, I think that AU should be like alternate universes, not just different storylines, because that's just fanfiction. That's what fanfiction just is. Like alternate universe, from my experience, which is, what the fuck is it now? I've been reading since 27, 28?
27.
27, I mean 2007. 2007. What I've gotten from AU is that it's alternate universe, like high school AU, barista AU, cafe AU, stuff like that. And not just different storylines. Because that's already what fanfiction is.
Yeah.
Like in that case, everything is AU. Everything should be labeled AU if that's the case. Which I don't think should be the case.
So if you have suggestions for like coffee shop AUs, college, university,
modern AUs or
bakery
AUs,
all human / non-magical.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions, just comment.
Yes.
Or write to us if you have anything you want to say. Another topic that we have been planning to talk about, or that we are planning to talk about, is Wattpad versus AO3 versus Quota versus fanfiction, like the big fanfiction sites.
Well, I don't know if you would call Quota big. I don't really see people talk about it, but that's where I started out, so I figure we'd include that. So
it's what's the main differences between them, between the content that is posted and what the main demographic is.
Yeah. So like what type of fics are
like
made?
Like Wattpad and Quota, I guess, is teen girls.
Yeah. And also, I just want to talk about like our experience using those websites. Yeah, some are easier than others.
Some are easier to navigate. AO3, I think, is quite easy to navigate.
Yeah.
Because it has tags. Tags make it so easy to find stuff.
Save this for the episode.
Yeah. We have an episode planned that's Wattpad anime fanfiction.
Oh, that one.
Specifically Wattpad anime, because I don't know why, but the top anime fanfiction or fandoms, we're gonna watch some anime and then read some fanfiction.
Yeah. So basically what happened there was we were just planning on talking about what's popping over at Wattpad, and we saw that there was a lot of real person fiction and a lot of anime and a lot of original work too. But since we talk about fan fiction, we noticed that there was so much content we could split it up into different episodes. So the Wattpad episode that's gonna be made first is the anime one. So we just went to like, oh, what's hot now, and then went through the top like 100.
Yeah, and then it's the top 3. Or do I spoil this here, or do they wait till the episode?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know how much it's changed since I made that. Because
when we were doing the research, the top 3 were Boku no Hero, Haikyuu, and Shingeki no Kyojin.
Yeah. And the difference is, like, by far the most popular one was Boku no Hero.
Yeah. Like, at first we thought it would be Haikyuu because it had a lot of popular ones.
Yeah, in the like first 50 or something.
I think is it quantity over quality for Boku no Hero, or is it just I don't know. We'll see this when we read it.
And we're gonna have to like watch a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember much. I mean, I'll be fine for Attack on Titan, even though it was, oh my god, it was 7 years ago.
It was 7 years.
Fuck? Anyways, but I still like remember a lot, so.
Yeah. I remember a lot more about Shingeki no Kyojin than what I do Boku no Hero.
I don't remember anything from that.
I remember Izuku fucking getting swole.
I don't remember anything.
I just remember him getting swole. I just remember the training montage.
And then we're gonna have to watch a bit of Haikyuu.
Yeah,
right.
We're not gonna watch the whole series because, or the whole first season. Or if we get really invested, we might.
Yeah.
But we're not planning on watching more than like 5 episodes.
Yeah, probably not.
Because we just want to get a taste of the character, so we know if something's written bad or written good.
Yeah. I think this one will be fun because it'll be, when you read fics on fanfiction or on AO3, it's usually very wordy.
Yeah.
And it's, I almost said advanced writing, but, well, it's just more wordy. But Wattpad is mostly used by younger, I mean, it also has a lot of adults, but there's a lot of, in anime, I would say there's mostly young writers.
There's mostly young writers.
So it'll be, I think a lot easier to digest. I don't know. Maybe it's harder because it's not as well written potentially.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it'll just be a different and fun. Change
And
it up.
I'm gonna have to get used to all of the your name here fanfiction because I did not grow up reading that, or that was not my introduction to fanfiction.
I started with those pretty early.
I did not. So my instinct is still, after how many years that I read fanfiction, I still just read your name, last name.
That's because you don't regularly read those. But I read those a lot. And when I was younger, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Your name. I'm like, YM, what's that? Oh, your name? Oh, I'm supposed to insert my name. So now I've trained myself to think as soon as I read YN, I'm like, Anna. That means Anna. Like, I'm fluent. I'm fluent in YN talk.
But, yeah. I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah. And get used to using Wattpad as an app. Because you were like, what the fuck, they have ads?
Yeah, that. I don't get it. It's fan fiction. Why does it have ads?
Yeah, they didn't used to have that. Like, when I first started reading a couple of years ago, they didn't have that.
I'm guessing it's because it's gotten a lot more popular. So they are trying to capitalize on that. So to get money.
Yeah, sad.
This capitalist society.
That's reality.
That's reality.
Yeah, but we have that planned. That'll be fun. Interesting. I want to see what people... Because I haven't read anime fanfiction on Wattpad in many years.
But our next episode topic is Wattpad real person fiction. Because you can't find real person fiction on fanfiction.net.
And that's where we take most of the fics we talk about. Yeah. So we haven't read... I mean, I've read a bit of real person fiction.
I have not, because I grew up on fanfiction.net, so I did not know that real person fiction was a thing.
That's how I started.
It's so different with how we know fanfiction.
Yeah. You're like, oh, because sometimes we're like,
I started with Beast Boy / Raven, or Beast Boy X Raven fanfiction because I thought it was cute.
I started with Magon because I thought they were hot. I started with Vine Boys because I thought they were hot.
I started with Teen Titans because I liked the series and I wanted more.
Yeah, well, you were younger, so you were a lot more innocent with your intention.
Yeah, I just wanted cute romance.
But I think that'll be quite interesting.
It's just that I liked the chemistry between Beast Boy and Raven, so I wanted more of that, so I found fanfiction.
We'll make a DC episode sometime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next one that we plan on making. Fanfiction that got published, like 50 Shades of Grey or After.
Or the Wallbanger series.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still
much
don't know
about
what the Wallbanger series is.
I don't know.
I've just heard the name and I thought it sounded funny.
But someone had commented on our... someone. I'm speaking directly out to you. You know who you are. You comment on all our videos. You're a real supporter. Yeah. We love you, man. Or woman.
We love you, dude. Dude is gender neutral.
But
fanfiction that got published is one of our topics.
Yeah,
or
and we
for
got
the future.
A long list of Twilight specifically ones from that person who commented. We love you. Anyways,
and now another topic, one that I think should be an episode that we do while drinking.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It's exploring ABO or Omegaverse because I think it's so weird.
I almost said taggat. I'm so excited for this one. It'll be so much fun to just be like, what the fuck is happening? I've read some, but that was mostly a couple of years ago when I used to read a lot on Wattpad, and there was a lot of original fiction where it was Omegaverse.
Omegaverse and BDSM AU, both of those are really weird to me. Like where being a sub is like a part of, or being a sub or a dom is something that you can announce to people. Like Tony Stark, billionaire, genius, playboy, philanthropist, and sub. Yes, sub. I said. I've read that in a summary.
Yeah, and also I want to do an episode, a Naruto. This isn't on the list, but I just remember I want to do a Naruto episode where we read about all the shit that we shat on.
Yeah.
Before, like FemQB and harems.
Yeah,
and
exploring what we dislike.
Yeah, because a lot of times we're like, oh, we don't like this, but also I don't read that much of it, but what I've seen I didn't like, so we're gonna like give it a shot.
Or like Naruto Hanyo or Hanyo and Naruto.
Oh. That'll be fun, interesting. I'm so excited. This podcast is like hot and cold. It's for me at least, because I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to do these episodes, but then I don't have time, so I don't do anything, or like if I start, I take too long between starting and recording, and so I lost like the wind in my sails is gone, or whatever.
But one of our next topics is fanfiction on Tumblr and DeviantArt. That's fanfiction that I have not explored at all.
Same.
I've read on Quotive, I've read on Wattpad, I read on AO3 and on fanfiction.net.
Ooh, we should make a Tumblr blog. We repost the fics we're reading.
But
yeah, I've
because
never
that's
read.
a not my area of expertise at all.
Same.
And like you said, one of our topics is giving things a second chance.
Yeah. Are there other things we've shot on? Is there anything in like Harry Potter?
Like something that gets really tiring is like actual abuse by the Dursleys. Because that's not what happened in canon. Like it's like the villagers having fox hunting or whatever.
I used to be into that shit. There's shit of that in my fic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever...
Oh yeah, this one
Shut the
fucking writes her own fanfiction.
No, I don't say writes as if I still do it.
I wrote.
Yeah, 2017. I started and wrote it within like a week. And it was like 5,000 words. Like nothing. It's really like kind of drabble-ish. It's not really... And also, back when I wrote it, oh god, it's not even that long ago. But I was really into like, fox hunt Naruto, like, Naruto is abused and shit. Like, it was just full of cliches. I don't think if I ever go back to it, I'll just completely rewrite it.
It's like when I tried to write my own book at the age of like 13. I wrote an isekai basically, like someone. It started with a person being in the real world. It started with a person being in the real world on Earth, and then him walking over a street and getting hit by a bus, and then him going to another world. That's before I knew what isekai was. It was so cliche before I even knew what cliches were.
It was meant to be you in fanfiction.
Yeah.
What else?
Like, what we're planning with this episode is just having us ramble and update you on what's happening behind the scenes. Like we said, this episode is not a real episode. But we're hoping that the next episode will be a good one. Yeah.
I feel like I haven't been as satisfied with the past couple of episodes as I was in the start because they've been so unorganized.
Yeah, they've been really rambly.
Yeah, and I would like some more. Yeah, anyway, when I graduate, I'll have more time to plan and focus and enjoy this and not be like, oh shit, time to record.
Yeah, because right now, we were supposed to do an episode, but because it had been so long between when we read and when we were going to record, we had completely lost everything.
Yeah, no wind in the sails.
Yeah. But yeah, so I hope those who listen enjoy this, but we're not
proud of this.
We're not proud of this.
I feel bad that the people who actually looked forward to an episode are gonna have to wait 2 weeks for a proper episode.
Yeah, like we're hoping that our personalities are enough, but it probably isn't.
Yeah. Anyways, in 2 weeks you'll have a good proper episode.
Yeah, one that we have put in effort into.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so ready to finish all my projects and assignments. Oh my god.
Well, that's what happens when you have to prioritize school before a podcast you do on the side.
Yeah. It was easier when the podcast was the school, but now it's not anymore.
It's not anymore.
Darn.
These episodes are not a part of the assignment that she's doing.
I've already finished that. Oh my god, I've finished it. It feels so good. Submitted the report and everything.
I finished mine the day it was supposed to be sent in.
Yeah.
Like the morning I finished mixing my song.
Yeah. I do 5 podcast episodes in one day. Mix, put them out, write report.
Oh yeah. What have you been reading when you were reading?
Oh god.
Like
I need to.
There were 3 fics I wanted to talk about, and that's it. Like I read It's a Secret to Everybody, Rise Up, Take Off the Suit, Who Are You, and what more?
Oh yeah, the
third option. The third option is not one. It is not a lighthearted fic. It's
also today we were planning on talking about Marvel. Just so you, because did we mention that?
No.
Yeah. The episode for today that we were supposed to be doing was a Marvel. Do we still talk about that?
I guess we can talk about what we've been reading.
Some content.
Yeah. So, the third option is a fic about Peter Parker who becomes a part of the foster system, and him it not going well from there. Like Ben and May divorce before his parents die, and then his parents die. He goes into Ben's custody, and it does not go well from there, I can say. And then there's I won't say that much more if people want to read it.
Yeah,
it's the third option by, I don't have it up right now, so I don't know who it's by.
Yeah, I'll link it anyways.
Yeah. And then there's Take Off the Suit, Who Are You? It's about where is it? Oh, I'm on it. I was looking in the tabs, but it was the one that was up. It's Tony Stark as a 12-year-old. Like
it's that one. Okay.
It's everything that happens in Iron Man, but he's 12.
Yeah, I was so confused when you were explaining that to me, because I'm like, I don't know how this plays out. Like, was he just born later and his parents were born later?
I think it's just everything happens later. Like, it's on chapter 6 right now, out of 100.
Oh shit!
This is a fic that it was up once, but it got deleted for some reason. This is a revised version because the person who it's Take Off the Suit, Who Are You by WritingPains. Like, I think it's a very interesting concept where a 12-year-old is again kidnapped to Afghanistan and tortured. I don't know why, but that excites me.
Oh.
Not like that. Shut the fuck up.
You like it when he bests them.
Yeah.
When he builds the suit and goes, fuck you.
When he's young and fucking bests them because he's Tony fucking Stark. Like when he...
I'll have to read it. Wait, how many words?
It's 12,000, 6 chapters. It's not very long. But he hasn't updated in a little while, like compared to what he did. And then there's It's a Secret to Everybody, which is it's the Avengers get pardoned after the Civil War, and they see Peter Parker and Tony Stark interact, and they're like, you didn't tell us you had a son. And they're like, no, I don't have a son.
And they're like, yeah, okay, like, Tony, no son.
And then they're like, let's just play along.
Yeah, like they being Spidey and Tony.
Yeah.
Spidey.
Petey Parky.
Yeah. You've read more of it. You've read 13 out of 24 chapters?
Something like that.
Yeah, I've read, I don't know, 4, I think. But I liked it so far. Cute, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was, can I talk? I mean, I've only read 4 chapters, so I can spoil those, right?
Like, it's not much to spoil.
Yeah, that's why. It's good, because I haven't read ahead. But, like, for, you know, Peter, he cares about Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
And then when Mr. Stark is like, oh, call me dad when you're in front of them. But then, like, when Peter calls him dad outside of when he's in front of the Avengers, Tony's still, like, fine with it. And it's just cute because Tony, or, like, Peter, he's like, oh, I do think of you as a father figure. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Oh, my God. I need to continue reading it. It was so far really wholesome.
Yeah. It's a really wholesome fic. I'm not going to talk any more about it because I don't like spoiling fics.
Yeah.
I'm not like the one sitting across from me.
I'll try to... Oh, shit. Can I... I finished most of the fics I'm going to talk about. I'll try to contain myself.
Just be prepared that when Anna talks about talks about fanfiction, that she might just spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, because I just don't know...
Like you just ramble on about the fanfiction,
and then I forget what, like, I can't talk. I forget what happened when in the story, and I just continue talking because I, like, remember stuff, and then I add it. Then I'm like, oh wait, that was in the finale. Oops. Like,
that's like saying, oh, just so you know, Thanos wins in Infinity War. That's like saying that in. When the fucking movie came out, like, what the fuck?
You're talking like, oh, no, and then when Dumbledore dies, what? I mean, oh, shit.
Have you seen the video of someone fucking...
Oh, yeah, driving past the cinema?
Yeah, and just Snape kills Dumbledore. What? I think that's so funny. Anyways,
the fic, you read some of this fic, Anew, full stop, by... IViv? It's like
IViv.
big I, big V, small V. Anyways. Small. Like fucking stor och små bokstäver.
Yeah.
IViv. Whatever. It's a fic where Tony Stark is paired with Stephen Strange. I'm gonna try not to spoil it. The tags, I'll tell you, are Time Travel Fixed It, Civil War Team Iron Man, and that's all I wrote. There's more, but those are the biggest ones. It's completed. It's 130,000 words long, 40 chapters, and it's quite popular. All the fics I'm gonna mention are quite popular, like 100,000 plus, I think, hits.
Yeah, this one is 300,000.
Oh, Anew.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Tony dies in Siberia, and he wakes up on his 41st birthday when War Machine takes off in the suit.
Or it's not War Machine yet.
But that's what it says in the fic. That's the fic says War Machine takes off.
Oh.
Or leaves. But yeah, when Rhodey flies off.
When Rhodey flies off with the suit.
So this is
Iron
takes
Man.
place in the second movie, right?
Yeah.
When he thinks when he is dying.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like spoil, okay? But he goes back with a lot of knowledge, and so he decides to try to prepare as much as possible with that knowledge and try to fix things that went wrong or will go wrong. So that's what I'll say. I liked it. I don't mind slash, but also when I read like time travel fix it, I just prefer it mostly to be focused on this, like
the time travel fix it.
Yeah.
Like I stopped reading because I don't know. Like I liked the beginning when he was dying. He was announcing that he was dying. I thought that was really
I really like that.
like when the world like had pity for him and stuff like that.
That I loved because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I'm dying, and then people close like Pepper and Happy and Rhodey.
But then
would
he
be
announces
like, oh,
that he's dying.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess.
And I have
you
like
do
a
that.
month to live or something like that.
Yeah, and people were like, what the fuck? And the fucking United States military went, oh shit. And then I won't say anymore because don't want to spoil.
But I thought that was really.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
And also, I mean, I guess I liked the relationship, but sometimes I felt their interactions and like ups and downs were a bit repetitive. I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but I still enjoyed the fic. Yeah. Next fic I'm gonna talk about. Oh, this one I really liked. It's called Ramblings by. I said that weirdly. It's called Ramblings. By the Sovereignty of Reality.
Sovereignty. It's just like sovereign. Sovereignty of Reality.
Yeah. And the tags are Civil War Team Iron Man, not Peggy friendly, not Steve friendly, Shield is shady.
Which it is.
Yeah. So this one is also completed. It's how long is it? It's not that long. 34,000. Like it's
that's not long at all.
It's an easy read and it's very satisfying because this one isn't like. Usually it's just Tony basically. Okay, I'll say this. It starts out pre-Iron Man, so Tony is just Tony Stark of Stark Industries.
Yep.
And he was talking and visiting he was talking to Aunt Peggy because he was visiting her. And in her, I almost said demented state. I mean, that's really rude. But, she has, Alzheimer's, I
think so.
And so she was just rambling and she didn't know who she was talking to. And she revealed some stuff about S.H.I.E.L.D. that's shady. And Tony was like, what the fuck is this? I thought you were my aunt. I could trust you. I thought you were like family. And so he basically investigates the things that Peggy mentioned, and in turn that unravels or like reveals a lot of other shady stuff going on. So yeah, I won't say anything more, but I really liked it, and it's a short read, so like read it. It's lots
we looked up how big fics really are, like how big books, how many words they are. I was on Pinterest where I was looking at a Tumblr post, and it said like, because I don't know how many words is in a book, I just know it's this many pages or whatever, but like I'm like a good sized fic is like 100,000 words. That's like decent. It's not too much, not too little. It's like perfect. That's why when I see like 1 million word fics, I'm like, that's exhausting. Like 100,000 words is quite good for a fic.
But in the post, it said that, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, that book is 70,000 words.
That blew my mind. I read like 100,000 in like a few hours.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Why did it take me so long to read them books then?
Because you have to physically turn pages.
Yeah, I guess that's tiring. Need to work on that.
And it's not a screen that lights up and you scroll through. It's a lot easier to read on a phone.
Yeah. Maybe that's why my eyesight is failing. Anyways.
But yeah, when 30,000 is a small fic and like, it's... our perception of reality has been skewed by fanfiction.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
The next fic I'm gonna talk about is called Enough Rope by Amber... What the fuck? Amber and Ash. That's what it says. I can't read my own writing. The tags are Civil War Team Iron Man, Sokovia Accords, PTSD, amputation, and a lot of media. And I like that this fic has a lot of media in it. Like, I don't know.
Like
that
social media or?
Well, it's a lot, how should I say? Lots of I wrote here in my notes, lots of focus on media, the public reaction to how the characters have been acting. And
I love that.
And and it's very focused on the accords and like how to implement them, what's right and wrong, and lots of discussion. There's a lot of like people going on talk shows and being like, this is what I think, and like it's a lot of.
I read one fic, I don't know which fic it is. It might be this one. Like this was a long time ago, but it was a fic where it was revealed what Captain America had done in Siberia or something, and Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks just goes on a rant about the Captain America. I don't know which fic that is though.
Oh yeah, and anyways, I haven't finished this fic.
I think that's what its name is.
I haven't finished this fic. I stopped at after chapter 13 out of 24. This fic is also completed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's also pretty popular. 164,000, 100,000
plus.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's about how when Tony is left to die in Siberia, he gets frostbite because, he's in a suit that he can't get out of, lying in the snow in the fucking tundra or whatever. So, gets frostbite, has to get an operation. Surgery.
On his fingies.
Yeah, on his fingies. I really like it. If you want focus on like public's reaction to how the characters have been acting, particularly, Team
Cap.
Yeah.
Like if you want public reactions of Team Cap, read this fic.
And I also wrote how do you say it? Thaddeus?
Thaddeus Ross.
Yeah, Thaddeus Ross gets lots of screen time. I said screen. He's quite active in the fic. He's in the fic quite a bit. He's not a main character, but like he's featured a bit. There's also I don't know what more to say about it without. Oh, one thing that I wanted to mention about this fic is that mostly when we read like Civil War Team Iron Man fics, it has a lot of Wanda bashing. This fic doesn't have as much. Like it makes Wanda out to be a victim, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I haven't finished it, so I can't say what more happens. But yeah, if you want to focus on media and public's reaction, read this fic, Enough Rope by Amber and Ash. Yee.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah, we don't have that much more to talk about.
Yeah, well, you have one more fic and I have one more fic.
I do?
You had 3, right? You talked about 2.
I did?
Yeah, you talked about remove the suit. What are you?
Take off the suit, who are you? And it's a suit to everybody.
And then a third.
I've also talked about the third option.
You have? My god. Okay. Well, I have one last fic. This one. Oh yeah, this one. I think I've reread this like twice. I don't know. When I want to get like, when I want to shit a bit, when I
don't want to shit a bit.
When I want to read about Team Cap facing consequences or like, of their actions. This fic is called Facing Reality by aliaoftheworlds. Tags are not Team Cap friendly, Bucky Barnes neutral, however, post Captain America Civil War Team Iron Man, and it's about
it's about
it's about how it's been, I think, 3 years after the Civil War, and they return, like Team Cap return from Wakanda, and at this point the accords have been like accepted by every like super person except for them. So all the rules, all the regulations have been put in place, and the Avengers has become a training facility for superhuman people. And it's just really focused on how Team Cap are struggling with adapting to these new regulations because they think they can still like just head to Tony and be like, yo, Tony, build me a suit. And he's like, yeah, sure, I got you. And like using his money. Because when they try to do things and they can't do those things anymore because there are rules and regulations in place because, oh God, because it's like so much bigger than what it used to be. It used to be just Avengers, but now it's like lots of people and there's like X-Men shit and like it's a lot bigger than them. So there's a lot more red tape. And when they meet resistance, when they try to return to normal or whatever, then they're like, oh, Tony's such an asshole. He knows he can let us through. That. He knows he can like give this to us, but he's just being a baby or whatever. And Tony, he has like gone through the shit. Like he's like, oh, I used to give them everything, but now he's found people who like actually care about him and are like, you don't owe them anything. You're worth more than them. Like you know, like Tony learns to not pay them any mind. And it's just a lot like some of the people in Team Cap, they adapt well, some don't. Wanda is just complete fucking psychopath. She's not portrayed as a good person in this. Really not. Really unstable. She needs a lot of...
Is this the fic where Tony Stark has a medallion?
Yeah.
I read this one.
Yeah. And I reread it because when I'm like, oh, I just want them to get some of their own medicine. Do you say that?
No. They get a taste of some of their own medicine.
Yeah. Yeah, then I read this fic.
Or I think that's the saying.
It's also relatively short, 46,000 words.
Relatively short. That's...
It is, though. Oh, I mean, you can say
relative to fan fiction, like
but also,
standards.
It's pretty short, but then like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I've read one-shots that are half of that. Sometimes when I read like 20,000 word one-shots, I'm like, okay, like, can you just please split it up into like 5 chapters?
Yeah.
And when you fucking like when I read one of those, a longest chapter, and you walk past and scroll my screen and I have to find my place again, fucking asshole.
I'm your brother. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Fuck off. Anyways, I don't think, you got some of what we were planning on saying. I don't know how long this actually is. I didn't set a timer because I figured we'd just talk about plans. But now we talked a bit more about Marvel as well.
Oh yeah, one more fic I want to talk about.
What?
Rise Up by Wix. I thought this one dragged on so much.
How long is it?
15 chapters, 52,000 words. It dragged on.
52 isn't even a lot. So
I
like
know.
what's it about?
It's a lot of conversation, but conversations that drag on, that repeat like stuff.
What's it about?
Tony leaves the Avengers in the wake of Ultron when he refuses to stand by and approve of their choices. Fate's quick to step in, though, and show that where one door closes, another one just might open. It's about Tony leaving after the Ultron fiasco. After they save Sokovia. Or save Sokovia.
Yeah, save and save. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just the Avengers wanting to contact him again.
For 52,000 words?
Basically.
Oh my god.
It's just that.
It's just like...
And then Cap's conversation with him that takes like a whole chapter. It just drags on, I thought.
Oh.
It's a decently popular fic with 164,000 hits. But I just thought it dragged on.
I guess if you want to see Steve get rebuffed or whatever.
Oh yeah, this one's also Stephen Strange, Tony Stark.
Oh.
That's a very popular pairing for some reason.
Is it because
they have matching facial hair?
Is that why? And they're both smart?
They're both fucking... I don't get it.
Smart with beards.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's that fic.
Yeah.
I don't recommend you read it, or if it just felt like it dragged on.
You know what we should have done? Talked about Marvel and then done the updates in the end. but
whoop.
well, I can't do that. I mean, I can try. I'm gonna try. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, though, then this is the end.
No, that won't work because the hello is in the beginning.
Fuck. Damn. Okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll just include a timestamp.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So, yeah. I hope that whoever is listening is I wasn't brave enough to comment, but like, please, if you have an idea or a suggestion or whatever, just a comment.
Yeah.
Please
if you
share
have
your thoughts.
anything to say at all, it can be criticism. It can be.
Oh yeah. We go ahead. We don't know
like,
what we're doing.
Yeah. Like
We're
we've
just
heard
having
so
fun.
little from the community, so if you have anything to say, just say it. We'll take it into account.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, oh, you suck titty.
I'm like, that's
You
irrelevant.
suck ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've been Anna,
And I've been Joko.
and I bid you farewell.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.